Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Sean and today I'm doing a quick review of, it seems like this name is made up to make me feel stupid, but Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but oh well. Her book Americanah. I found out about this author browsing at the library for books. Her book, Half of a Yellow Sun, is on the 1,000 Books to Read list. 1,000 Books to Read Before You Die by James Mustich. They did not have Half of a Yellow Sun at the library. They did have this book, however. I have never heard of either that book or the author before. But since she is on the top 1,000 list, I thought I would give it a try just to sort of get an idea of the writer's style and see if I liked it. So, here we go. I got 77 pages in and I kind of knew how I was thinking about the book. So I went ahead and read some reviews just to see what people were saying about the book, especially 2- and 3-star reviews, because that's kind of what I was leaning towards myself. So I read some reviews of this book just to see, kind of measuring my own thoughts with what other people thought. And basically, I decided to quit the book there at 77 pages. Now, first off, I want to make this very clear, and I don't want to go on talking about this too long because I have a tendency to repeat myself and overstate things. So just to say as simply as I can, I do not want to understate the fact that I think this writer has really good writing skills. I think she is a real quality writer. Her storytelling, her characterization, all of that I think is very well done. From a technical writing standpoint, from a structural writing standpoint, I think Adichie's writing is really quite flawless. It's quite good. I like it. I can't say anything negative whatsoever about the writing itself. It's all very good writing. However, enjoying a writer's skill is only really half of the battle. The other half is actually enjoying the book, enjoying the story, enjoying the characters. And I cannot say that that was the case for me. Just nothing about the plot, the characters, none of it was working for me. The writing is good, but I just wasn't really enjoying it. In fact, I wasn't looking forward to reading the book. When I'd go to pick up the book, I wasn't looking forward to the experience. And I think if it's a slog for you to get through chapters, or if you have to force yourself to pick up the book, evidently it's just not working out for you. And unfortunately, that is the case with this book for me. The main things that I think about for the book, first off, the biggest problem is length. The book is about 600 pages, and when I was there 77 pages in, I thought I was really about 140 pages in, and then I checked and I saw it was 77. Now, the problem with that is if 77 pages to me feels like 140, then 600 pages would feel like 1,200. So essentially the book is just too long. If the book was like 300 pages, I would have probably just forced myself to keep reading, go all the way through the book, and then make the decision. The second problem was just, as I kind of alluded to, nothing was really working out for me. Not the characters, not the plot. It just wasn't doing anything for me. I didn't enjoy any part of it. I will say that I did like basically the writer's, I don't know how to say, just the uniqueness of it. She has a very genuine voice, a real authentic writing style. For instance, something I like is the protagonist is sort of a child of two worlds. She has some roots in Nigeria, but she also spent several years in the United States. So there's sort of, I don't know if the right word is like dichotomy or whatever, but there's sort of two worlds she's in, the United States and Nigeria, two cultures, and that is all pretty cool. I think that is a real unique, authentic setting or a backdrop for a character. So I like all that, and I do like the way the writer shows us these worlds, shows us this mix of cultures. So that is all really well done. But again, I just wasn't really enjoying it. I wasn't looking forward to it. I wasn't enjoying the chapters too much. even though it's well written. The third issue with the book, and I didn't actually read far enough to get into this, but in the 2 and 3 star reviews that I was especially reading, the ones I was agreeing with most of all, the reviewers would say that later in the book, Adichie kind of has, I don't know exactly how to refer to it, because again, I didn't read it, but basically it's almost like racial lectures in a way, or I don't know the right word for it, but racial stuff later on in the book. And that's what the rest of the book is largely about, racial things as well as like nationalities and ethnic stuff. Anyway, I just probably would not have enjoyed that at all. So I think if I would have kept reading this book, the rating would have tanked a bit. So if I would have continued reading, I think I probably would have given the book 2 stars and felt really kind of negative down on the author. But I decided to quit at 77 pages, and because of that, I'm going to give the book 3 stars. The only reason is just really professional respect, just respecting the author's ability. She is obviously a real skilled writer and really quite flawless. So I do respect that completely. I respect what she's trying to do. The book's just not for me. The reviews I read and agreed with, the 2 and 3 star reviews, they do say that they also read Half of a Yellow Sun and they loved that book. So kind of my hope is that I just chose kind of a lackluster book for Adichie for my first read by her. I know there are definitely people who disagree. People do love this book. So it's not universal by any means, but that's kind of the idea, is that Half of the Yellow Sun is more her best book. And this book is kind of more of a divided audience. So I am still going to try to read Half of a Yellow Sun, of course, and hopefully I will give it a good chance, just hoping that I chose a poor book to begin reading from the author. Have you guys read any books by this author? What did you think? Have you read this book? Have you read Half of a Yellow Sun? Have you read other books by her that you would recommend? Let me know. Also, recently, unless I get a string of unsubscribers, I hit 100 subscribers on BookTube. Yay! So, I am going to do a 100 subscriber Q&A video. So if anyone wants, go ahead and post questions down below on anything, on books, on BookTube, running a BookTube channel, anything about anything. I mean, movies, hobbies, I don't know about politics. No politics. Maybe. You could try. You could slip in a political question and maybe I'll answer it, but I really shouldn't. Random questions, just whatever you got, the randomer, the better. Just hit me up with those questions if you want. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!